All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode number 43 of the VF Cast, and this is going to be a mix between two running themes I have going here. Now, I have the VF Cast, which I do every Sunday here, and it's something I haven't done in a while was another pickups, and this will be a pickup video number 29 if I was to do a standalone video. But right now, I'm doing both at once, so this is technically VF Cast number 43. And VF pickups number 29. It's gonna be mashed into one, so it's gonna be kind of, not too complicated, but it's just something that's gonna be a little bit off a little bit. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is the VF Cast. I'm VF Baller. Over here, I talk about gaming, basically everything under that umbrella. So you kind of seen one of the first one of the games I'm going to talk about if you looked at the bottom of the screen already, but it's going to be a pretty good time. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this pickup, and I'm going to talk about collecting. Why earlier this season or this year, I said I was going to slow down on the pickups, but little piece here, little game here, little game there, picking up this here, picking up this there. I end up getting an extensive amount of games that I really wanted, and some that I've already had that I had to replace, some games that I was really interested in, and some games that that I really wasn't interested in at first, but I end up taking a liking to because of my collecting and games that I end up wanting to actually play. So we're going to get into a lot of that. So without further ado, we're going to look into all the games that I picked up, and we're also going to just talk about my level of collecting in general, and we're just going to get all into it. All right, first and foremost, before I want to get started, and this is the first game I picked up, and I picked this up pretty much today, because I had a line of games I was going to do, but I went out today, me and my son, father and son thing, kind of thing that what we do on Sundays, and went to the retro gaming store, and so I added to what I was initially going to do. This is the first game I picked up, NBA Jam Tournament Edition for the Genesis. Now, I kind of had this game already, so I have two of them. Now you're wondering, why do I have two? Well, I had a problem with this game first. I thought it was a problem, but after the fact, I came home and I looked up the problem with this game. If you don't know the problem with the Genesis version of this game, it has an issue where your records may not save. So I looked it up and said, okay, is this an issue with the game in general, or was it just this one particular? Is both of these going to have this issue? Well, apparently it's an issue with pretty much all the early games that was released before. I'm going to pull this up and see if you guys can see this real quick. All right, do you see this right here? I'm not going to read this what it is all together. I'm not going to read all of this, but it just basically tells you have to play a couple of games using the initials XXX and then use another initials NBA. And once you play those two games, then you'll be able to save on the cartridge. Now, this is the thing I'm kind of worried about. This thing was an issue for early copies of the games that were released. I think it was like the first 250,000. Now, is it possible that I have both copies in the early, those early prints? If so, I will have to do this auto stat thing so it'll actually save. I'm not sure if this is going to be the case, but if it gets to a point where if both of these end up working because of that, I'll probably just end up giving this away to somebody. Like, I always run into people throughout to the, my retro gaming collecting, and they may not have a copy of this, but me having two copies, I'll probably just give it away. I'll give you guys an update on what happens with this. And if that's the case, if I can't find anybody, if you want it, just I'll give you a heads up. And if I still have it, just hit me up on Twitter. I will just send it to you. And you just follow the instructions if you want to save your cartridge save file. So I'm going to follow it and see how it goes. And I have an extra copy. If anybody want it, I'll keep you guys updated on that. So I just found that kind of interesting. I didn't know about it until I went online and ended up getting two copies. So that's weird. Maybe I should have looked it up first before I did that. It probably would have made sense. Nevertheless, All right, let's go into the original Xbox because I have some original Xbox games that I'm still collecting for. All those games over there, original Xbox, and these are some games that I wanted that I may have this game already, but I doubt it. But nevertheless, if that's the case, I'll just take it back. I've always had that issue. I need to download the app that actually gives me an inventory of my games, but that's another story for another day. Speed Kings for the original Xbox. I picked this up as well. It's basically like a racing game. You race through the streets with motorcycles, and I heard the crashes on the games are pretty cool. So I want to try this out. I don't think I have this game. I'm almost certain that I don't. That's why I picked it up, and we're gonna look into that at the time. Once I start playing it. Now, this game I got because it was only on Xbox, and I'm usually these original Xbox exclusives. I usually try to get these first, and I want to try this game because I do like military shooters and the old school ones. I ain't gonna say old school, but around the original Xbox PS2 days, I always find those kind of interesting because it was like, even though the controls are kind of janky, they still, I still catch an eye to them. So, World War II Combat Road to Berlin is another game that I have. Original Xbox, only on the original Xbox. So I'm going to try this out and see what it's hitting on. I'm actually pretty interested in this game as well. Probably run through the campaign. I think the campaign is like, I think what it says here. They don't say how many missions that it has, but I'm pretty sure it has a handful of missions. Maybe no more than 7 to 10 missions or something like that. But I'll check that out. All right, my son made it up here, so I had to do a little pause. You know how that goes. My son loves being up here with me, and he decided to come up this way, so he's going to be in the background and continue the show, and this is how it's going to go. PlayStation 4 did a remaster for this game for the PlayStation 4. I think it's for the Xbox as well. So this game is pretty interesting, but I seen it for the original Xbox. Same company who made this game was did Beyond Two Souls, and they also did Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. And I like those games. I was pretty interested in them. So I saw this and I saw the same company, Indigo Prophecy. Like I said, I think this is out for the PS4 as well. And I wanted to get this because this is not like, I don't think this is like the other games. It said this is an action adventure game. So this one's going to be a little bit different than what the other ones have become, like more interactive type of games. So I want to check this out, and I'm very interested in this because I haven't played this one yet. Next game, jumping to PS4 and PS5. And this game, you kind of, if you've been following me on Twitter, you kind of know how I feel about this game. And I've been wanting this game because it's probably like the last type of game I'm interested in this generation wise, or last generation. I picked up Madden 17. I had this for the original, well, I had this for the Xbox One, and I don't have my Xbox One or Xbox Series anymore. So for the most part, I had to get this on PS4 just to have it. It's probably one of the last Maddens I truly enjoyed. So I did pick this up, and outside of Madden 08, this will probably be the last game that I play as far as football for the foreseeable future. Now, this game is a PS5 game, and this is probably like my third time buying this game, to be honest. I bought it on PS4, the base version, then I bought it on Xbox Series, but I don't have my Xbox Series no more. Just like I said, I don't have the Xbox One or the Series anymore. I already talked about those. You guys pretty much know how I feel about that. So, Mortal Kombat Ultimate. And one thing about this one, and that I'm actually glad, oh, it fell out. Here we go. All the contents are on the disc. The entire Ultimate. Now, one thing about Xbox One, I think it was the Xbox One version, they didn't have everything on the disc. So I had a install disc and a play disc. This has everything on it. So that's pretty cool to have everything on one disc. So I feel like I own all of the DLC. So that's cool. And I really like this game. I like this game a lot. Mortal Kombat 11, I like it probably about just as much or slightly better than Mortal Kombat X. I mean, both of them are great. You can't go wrong with them. I think 9, 10, and 11 Mortal Kombats were like really good. So yeah, that's how pretty much how I feel about that. I want to jump over to the PlayStation 2 really quick, and I want to tell you one of the games I got for the PS2. I was gonna wait a while to get the HD version of this game, and I waited. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna buy the game flat out on the PlayStation 2 The PlayStation 2 version, don't really care for the HD version, to be honest, because you got to buy it from overseas, because I think it's the only way they had a physical copy of it. Killzone 1. Now, I do have, I think I had this on digital somewhere. I can't remember where I had it at, but I wanted a physical copy. And then, Killzone HD came out on PS3, but it's only available like in Europe or something like that. And then the game's like almost $80. I paid $9 for this. So, yeah. And I got it in really good shape. The instruction manual and everything, always like all these other games down here that have in manuals, have this is in really good tip-top shape. Glad that I picked this up. So I got Killzone 1. We're going to revisit the Killzone series in a second. Sticking to PlayStation 2, I want to talk about something that's not game related, but it's gaming related. You guys know I've been doing the HDMI, I've been doing the HDMI outputs for the Kaiko series or whatever. And I recently picked up this one, the PlayStation 2 HDMI adapter. I'm definitely going to be trying this because I want to see what this does as well. So be on the lookout for a video on this, because I have the Level Hike HDMI for PS2. I'm going to be comparing the two and give you my thoughts and opinions on this. For all intents and purposes, Kaiko has not disappointed me for the most part, based on what they've been doing outside of the GameCube version of Kaiko, which I will talk about that at a later time when I do the GameCube HDMI stuff. But I expect that this is going to be just as good as the Dreamcast or the N64 or the original Xbox one. I think they've done a pretty good job. Not too many people talk about this company too much. I think there's been accusations of some type of different practices that they do, but I don't care about that. If it works, it works. And outside of the GameCube one, which I'll talk about that, like I said, in another video. But we're gonna be on the lookout for this. All right, so I did the PS2 stuff. I want to talk about GameCube really quick, since we did the PS4, PS5, PS2, GameCube. I only bought one game on the GameCube, and I got Cars for the GameCube. I bought Cars 3 for the Wii U. I bought Cars 3, but I haven't got Cars 2 yet. The Wii U version that I have of this is not working anymore. I think it has like a crack in the disc, so I'm not really worried about that. I think I'm gonna play this one first and see if I'm gonna go buy Cars 2, then 3. So I'm gonna jump on that sometime down the road, maybe later on today, because I'm actually interested in this for some reason. I don't know why. Besides, my son likes it too, so he likes this type of game. So definitely gonna be getting into it. All right, so let's talk about another Genesis game that I got. You already know about NBA Jam Tournament Edition. I am so glad, happy that I got this game in this shape that I got it in. I'm a really big fan of Street Fighter, you guys already know, and I got the Genesis version of Super Street Fighter 2. Very good shape. The person who did this at the store, he seals these copies of these games that are in full in box. So I haven't opened it yet. I don't know if the instruction manual was in it. I hope it is. Matter of fact, let's find out. Forget this. We're gonna find out right now. Come on, this thing ain't plastic. Oh, there we go. Let's find out if this thing has a instruction manual in it, because it would really suck if it didn't. I mean, that would be terrible. All right, so I got it open. Here we go. Oh, yes, it does. Pretty good shape, and it still has, this is the actual official box too, because it has the, I don't know if you guys can see it. It has the little Capcom thing. Yeah, you can see it in the good with the Capcom thing, like right here. So this is the official Street Fighter box, or Capcom box that came with it. This is pretty neat. And I have the instruction manual, and this is in really good shape. Very good shape. Awesome. Glad that I picked that up. So enough of all of that. I'm going to jump onto the Xbox 360, and then I did a big run on PS3 games. And if you've been following the channel, you kind of know why, but we're going to talk about that as well. First and foremost, my game I could not find of NCAA 08. I couldn't find this game anywhere, not the original Xbox version, but the 360 version. So I purchased this one. I got this at a Goodwill for like 55 cents or something like that. Very, very cheap that I bought this one, and it's in very good shape. I cannot complain. Got the instruction manual, all that good stuff in it. So I that worked out very well. I'm glad I got a copy of this because Madden 08 on the 360 is very good. And if I ever decide to do a franchise mode with both games, I got one. I got this game now because I do not know where my original copy that I purchased of this, I don't know where it is, but I'm glad I got it. And I talked about this on another video I did. I think I did a video not too long about something else. I can't remember. But I ended up getting 99 Nights for the 360. This is an exclusive only on Xbox 360. So I'm glad I got this. It's a hack and slash, I think, RPG. I don't know too much about it. I heard about this game before and I wanted to try it. Kind of similar to like X-Blade or I think it's what X-Blade or Heavenly Sword. Yeah, baby. Yeah, puppies. Heavenly Sword or whatever. Any of those games, I'm kind of interested in that. So I want to see how that plays out. All right, let me fix that. There you go. All right, so now I did a run on PS3 games. Now you already know I told you guys to get a 360, collect for the 360, because that's going to be the next big thing that's going to blow up. I promise you. This is probably going to blow up faster than the Xbox 360 stuff that you guys may want to look into. Yes, baby. Okay, yes. So what I'm going to do is show you all the Xbox. Okay, baby. Okay. My son, y'all. So I'm going to show you guys all the PS3 games that I got. And definitely I'm going to tell you guys again, go and collect for this console. Now, I already have a copy of this game. And I wanted to get another one because the one I got is like, you ever get those GameStop copy of game with the generic case? Yeah, I didn't want that no more. So I ended up getting Killzone 2 with an official case. So I'm glad I got this because I really like this game. And it kind of felt incomplete when I had that little GameStop generic case, and it just doesn't look good on my shelf. So I'm glad I picked this up. So now I got Killzone 1, Killzone 2, Killzone 3, and I also have the Killzone on PSP, and I'll have Killzone Shadowfall. Now, what I mean about getting these games on PS3, I don't know if these games are ever going to come out on another console. Seriously, I'm not sure if these games are going to come out on another console. Killzone Shadowfall and the series is kind of falling off. It's kind of even an afterthought. It was a great game, really good looking game on the PS4, but now we got the PS5 and haven't heard nothing about what they're going to do with Killzone. So these games may be some games that just be lost in time. So I got pretty much all the games for Killzone, and these are some really good games. So I highly recommend you picking these up. The next game I thought I had this, but I got it on PC, so I have it on Steam, and I thought I had it on PS3, but I had to remember I got it a while back, and I think I ended up trading it in or something. Silly me. But I ended up getting this back again. Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Excellent game. This is a signature edition, which I don't know what that means. It says it includes a mode map, 2 exclusive weapons, 2 exclusive weapon skins, and 48 additional headgear options. I wonder if that's on the disc or do I have to put in some code? Because if that's the case, the code's probably been gone. I don't know. But nevertheless, I'm glad I got this game. This is a really good game. I really enjoyed playing this on PC. I think I finished it on PC, but to have a physical copy, this is awesome. So I did get that. I'm going to show both of these games off together. I already have the Origins version of this game, but I bought that on PS3 a while back, and sadly I didn't get the other 2 prior to that, but I have them now. Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. 2 great games. I beat both of these on PC already, but I wanted a physical copy once again. And this game is 3D compatible, and I didn't know that. This is interesting because I have a PlayStation 3D monitor. I may try playing this on that. And nevertheless, I have both of them. So the only one I need to get now is Arkham Knight. I think it's called, the one on PS4. And they already did these games on PS4, Return to Arkham, but that just feels like some cheap compilation. To have these games the way they are in this fashion is just a beautiful thing. So, like this one, this is exclusive. You can play as the Joker, and I think it's some type of DLC. I'll look into that. And it's just I just love this type of stuff. So that's cool. I think the game of the year. I think I may need to look into getting a game of the year edition of this, the PS3 version. Not PS3, but yeah, the PS3 version. I may need to look into the game of the year edition because I think it has extra stuff on it. So I'll look into that sometime down the road. Yeah, down the road I'll look into that. Two more. Well, these are some more games I have. I need to get a PlayStation Move sometime soon, or a GunCon 3, because I like gun games, and the GunCon 3 you can use on this game, and but the GunCon 3 is kind of wonky, so I may get the PlayStation Move. I got Time Crisis 4, and this is used with the GunCon 3. I think yes, it's compatible with the GunCon 3. I may try to get one for this. I don't know. The GunCon 3 is just not my thing. I'd rather use the PlayStation Move. But I do have Time Crisis 4. This game was actually pretty expensive everywhere I look at it, where I look for it. I don't know why. But nevertheless, I have it, and I may look into getting that GunCon 3. The other one I got is Time Crisis Rising Storm. And I can't remember if I talked about either one of these games on a pickup before. That's why I'm putting it on this one anyway. Well, anyway, Rising Storm is another game that comes that is another branch off the Time Crisis series. And one thing about this has two other games on it. Time Crisis 4, the arcade edition, which is actually compatible with the PlayStation Move. And that's right, baby. Dead Storm Pirates is another game which I'm gonna try that game. I don't know anything about Dead Storm Pirates, but I'm gonna try it out. But I do need to get a PlayStation Move eventually. And another thing, those games are gonna be lost in time. Those games aren't coming back. Those games, the Time Crisis series is not coming back anytime soon. I'll highly be surprised if they come back. Nevertheless, this is another game that I know that may be lost in time as well. Xbox did a backwards compatibility thing with these games for their service, and you can play it on that. But as far as physical copies, you can get this on the Xbox 360 or the Xbox on the PS3. These games are going to be lost in time. Splinter Cell Trilogy. This is in 3D as well. Now I have all these HD versions. I have these on the original Xbox as well, which I think they play very well on there. I can't remember. I know I beat the first Splinter Cell, and I'm probably halfway through Pandora's Tomorrow. I have to go look at my save file and find out. But nevertheless, this is another 3D game that I'll probably I'll probably play on this instead. I don't know. It just depends on how I feel. These games, I don't even know if there's another Splinter Cell ever coming out again. So I wouldn't be surprised if this start going up in price. This entire trilogy. Probably the original Xbox ones as well. All right, these two games, I'll talk about these two games last. Before I go to, I did get this, and just real quick. This is not a game. This is something gaming related. I did get this right here. This is the Dreamcast S video cable. Why did I get an S video cable even though I have the Kaiko HDMI? Well, some games don't work through HDMI or VGA. This is a good medium to have. Let's say for like King of Fighters or whatever case, a lot of the SNK games don't work through VGA. What's another game? Oh goodness. NBA on NBC, NBA Showtime does not work through VGA, which you can work around to get that done. But if you don't want to do the workaround, you can use this, and it looks just as good on S video. All right, back to the PS3 stuff. I bought this game because I heard it was pretty good. I saw a couple people talk about this. This game will take up a lot of your time. It's like a hack and slash RPG, I think. Fallen Angels Sacred 2. I wanted to try like more hack and slash, medieval style games. And this is one of the games I started looking like I said, the Heavenly Swords, the 99 Nights, those type of games I wanted to try. So I ended up picking this up. And so therefore I'm gonna try this sometime soon. Got this in pretty good shape. This is a really big instruction manual. And for the most part, all the other games I showed do have instruction manuals. Let me take that back. Splinter Cell has a semi-instruction manual, and I know the Batman games, they're not open yet, so I don't know. But you know I love instruction manuals, so they better have them in there. Another game that I got was another action RPG, Dark Kingdom. Now this game is an early PS3 release. You can tell by the little thing right here that says Sony Online Entertainment. That little logo shows you that this is like early PS3. Like I think it's like 2005, 2006. But once again, I got it in really good shape, really good instruction manual, no cracks or anything. So this game is really old. It even has an old PlayStation logo on the disc. I mean, look at that. It has the old PlayStation logo on the disc. That's just going to show you how old this game is. So I think it was like one of the early first year releases of the PS3 life. So that's pretty cool. Last but not least, these two games right here is one of the reasons why, if anything, if you don't do anything, collect these games for your PlayStation 3. The reason why I say that is these games may not ever come back. They may come back in an HD version. I'm not really sure. The game's already in HD, but they may come back in a remastered version. I'm not sure. But just to be on the safe side, it's good to have these games in its full glory the way they are. Infamous 1 and Infamous 2. I highly recommend you picking these games up. I think I've completed the first one. I can't remember, or I'm halfway through the first one. I did not play the second one. My nephew played the second one. He loves this game. But nevertheless, I'm going to play both of these. I'm also going to get Second Son again and First Light. But I have First Light digital, but I need to get First Light physical, which I have to get the game from overseas. But I want a physical copy. This series is probably dead now. I don't see this series coming back anytime soon. So this is a really good time to probably get these games. Get these games. I highly recommend them. They're very good, high quality. They're not one of these, they're running at 60 frames per second, super solid 1080p type games. But these are really good PlayStation 3 titles. Get these games if you can. I'm so lucky that I got them in the condition that they're in. Infamous 2, all instruction manual, all decked out. Infamous 1, same thing, all decked out. Instruction manual. I am so glad I got these more than anything, because I won't be surprised if these games go up in price eventually. That's just something that we're just gonna have to deal with. Collect for the PS3, man. And if you, hell, even with the 360, if you want to collect for the 360, do it. Because these are the next consoles that are going to start going up in price. I feel it. I believe it. I've been saying it on the channel for a while now. I highly recommend you doing it. Outside of that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the VF Cast. I know my son made a cameo appearance. He's still doing this thing behind me. He hasn't taken a nap today, y'all, so you know how that goes. He's going to go to bed early, but that's cool. Took him out early today, had fun with him, but he just had so much fun. He just did not want to go take a nap, but parenting, you know how that goes. You want to tell everybody bye? Bye-bye. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm going to get your games off the floor. I'm going to play a few games, and I'm going to spend time with my son for the rest of the day. He'll be asleep later on in the evening, and that's just how it is. All right, y'all. Hope you guys like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.